Newcastle County, Delaware, has implemented specific regulations for short-term rentals, including Airbnb, to balance property owners' rights and neighborhood stability. Here are the key rules and guidelines for operating an Airbnb or other short-term rental in Newcastle County. 1. Permitting and registration. Hosts are required to obtain a short-term rental license from Newcastle County. This ensures that the county is aware of the rental operation and can enforce applicable regulations. The license needs to be renewed annually. Applicants typically need to provide property information, proof of property ownership, and payment of any applicable fees. 2. Primary residence requirement. The short-term rental must be the host's primary residence in many cases. This is to prevent investment properties from being used solely for Airbnb-type services in residential neighborhoods. 3. Occupancy limits. There are limits on the number of guests that can stay in a short-term rental at one time. The specific limit often depends on the size of the home and the number of bedrooms available. Zoning laws. Short-term rentals must comply with local zoning ordinances. Certain residential zones may restrict or prohibit short-term rentals, particularly in neighborhoods with single-family homes. Parking requirements. Hosts must ensure adequate parking for guests, as overcrowded parking or improper use of street parking can be grounds for complaints from neighbors and enforcement actions by the county. Tax requirements. Hosts are required to collect and remit hotel occupancy taxes or transient lodging taxes, which vary by local jurisdiction. Hosts must ensure they are properly registered for these taxes. All right, let's talk about safety standards. Properties used as short-term rentals must meet certain safety requirements. This may include having working smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and fire extinguishers. And of course, ensuring compliance with local fire codes. It's all about keeping everyone safe and sound, really. In some cases, Newcastle County requires hosts to notify adjacent neighbors that their property will be used as a short-term rental. Short-term rentals must comply with noise ordinances and rules about general public nuisances. If a rental causes disruption in the neighborhood, it could result in fines or revocation of the rental license. The county has the authority to fine or revoke the short-term rental license of hosts who do not comply with local regulations. Complaints from neighbors may trigger inspections or other enforcement actions. Make sure to check Newcastle County's official website or contact local government offices for the most current regulations, as these rules can change.